Hello, everyone. Welcome to Christopher's Entertainment Blog. I am your host, Chris. Welcome to my The Walking Dead recap and review video. This is episode 10 of season 6. It is entitled The Next World. So, we get this episode, guys, that this episode, I have to say, was a completely 180-degree difference from last week's. That we had this like exciting opener to the second half of the season where you got so much action going on, just so much stuff happening. It was an awesome episode, probably one of the best they've ever had. And you get this one, which is they brought it down. It was still a good episode. It's just completely just a 180-degree different tone from last week's. There's nothing wrong with that. I mean, they have to have these episodes, which are kind of like these like fill episodes or these episodes that kind of stretch out the rest of the season. So, I mean, we just basically got Daryl and Rick going on a supply run basically the whole time. And for me personally, that was the stuff I really enjoyed. I really enjoyed Rick and Daryl on this road trip, and then they run into this new character, Jesus, which I guess is from the comics. So please let me know if you read the comics. And I had to say, I mean, this guy's name is Jesus. I mean, I was just like, really? I mean, they're gonna name him that? I mean, wow, it just seems really weird to me. But the character is very interesting. I mean, he seems like a good guy. He's just kind of like he's like a criminal. I mean, he's like a sneaky dude. I mean, he ends up putting firecrackers in the back to steal so they can have a distraction to steal the truck from Daryl and Rick. I mean, he's like, oh, he swiped the keys. It's like, wow, when did he have time to swipe the keys? I mean, I don't know. He must be a wizard or something. But he takes the truck, and the whole thing with Daryl and Rick running down the road. I mean, I don't know how far they ran. I mean, they were like soaked. So I was just like, wow, they must have ran for miles. At first, I was just like, man, I mean, it doesn't really seem like they would be able to run that far constantly like that to catch up. But hey, then I thought these guys have been on the road for a long time. They probably have great stamina. They probably can do that. I mean, it might be possible. So, but I did think it was kind of convenient that he was changing a tire. I was just like, "Ah, really? The tire's going to blow out or give out, and they're going to be able to catch up to him." Thought that was a little convenient. Then the whole struggle and everything was cool. When they tied him up, I was just like, okay, that's it, and they drove off. And then in like the one of the next scenes was him on the roof. I'm just like, how did he get on the roof again? I mean, they like drove away. I mean, like again, I mean, maybe he's a wizard. I don't know. I just somehow he got up on the roof. I mean, I don't know how he could run that fast or get out from those ropes. I mean, Daryl tied them. I mean, I'm sure he can tie the ropes pretty good. Somehow he got out, and somehow he got on the roof. I don't know. I thought that was kind of a plot hole there. It didn't really make much sense. It was kind of odd. But anyway, he got up there. There's a struggle, and he actually ends up helping Daryl there. He saved him, but it comes down to this struggle caused all that loot in that truck to go into the lake. Okay, and I was just like, wow, that truck went way out there too. I mean, it just sank. I'm like, well, that sucks. That was just terrible. I was also thinking, well, they know where it's at. I mean, if they really wanted to, I mean, maybe they could dive down into the bottom and try to get it if they really needed to. I mean, the whole thing with Michonne and Rick, did not see it coming. I did not see that coming, but I was like, hey, why not? They've been together for a while. They know each other quite well. Michonne can certainly take care of herself. I mean, that's more to say than a lot of these other love interests that Rick has had. I mean, they haven't been able to do anything, and they can't take care of themselves at all. They're getting bit, and it's just not good. I mean, Michonne is badass, so it makes sense. Why not? I mean, she's been helping taking care of her, Rick's daughter for Judith, and Carl really likes her as well. I mean, he even says to her, "You're like family to me," So, hey, why not? The the whole scene with Carl and Enith. out in the woods just seems. I mean, I didn't really make much sense to me. I'm like, why are they out there? I mean, I wanted to get back to Rick and Daryl out on the road. That's what I wanted to see. But then they cut to Michonne, and I forget the other guy's name that 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 she was with out there in the woods. But it turns out it was Diana. Diana was out there, and I knew it was her when they showed the walker with the shoes, and I was like, okay, that's got to be Diana. And they were acting weird. That whole scene was sad. It was really touching, and I mean somehow, I mean that last scene with Diana when she went out in a blaze of glory, somehow she got bit. Well, she obviously got bit. I mean, she was going to get bit. I mean, there was like 100 walkers coming towards her, but somehow she didn't get devoured. She, made it out of there. She was infected. She made it out with the pack and somehow ended up in the woods. I mean, I don't know. But finally, she's been laid to rest, and that was sad, sad scene. But overall, I have to say it was a good episode, but just a completely 180-degree difference. I think the 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 whole that episode last week just was just like so good, and then you get this week, it's just like, okay, now we're coming back down to reality a little bit. But good scene. I love the road trip thing with Daryl and Rick. That was cool, and I can't wait to see what more they do with this Jesus character, because somehow he got out of his bonds again that they tied, and they put him in that room, and he ends up in Rick and Michonne's room, and he's just like, Rick, we gotta talk. I'm just like, okay, well, he knows more than what he's leading on to. So I can't wait. This character is very interesting to me. But hey, guys, that's going to do it for me for this week, guys, for this Walking Dead review. If there's anything that I might have missed that you guys want to talk about, tell me if you liked the episode, what you liked about the episode, or what you didn't like about the episode. But that will do it for me this week, guys. I am Chris for Christopher's Entertainment Blog. Thanks a lot, guys. Take it easy.